So, for example, if you're doing a typical fire and allied peril policy, the rate is like 0.2%, 0.2%. So if your sum insured is saving 100,000, 0.2 is for 200 Ghana cedis, right? For the whole year.
Every
it's yearly. So if I'm calculating 0.2 on 100,000 sum insured, it's 200 cedis. Now if I add the VAT to it, which about maybe let's say 40, you are paying less than 300 cedis for the whole year. For goods or asset worth 100,000. Don't we spend more than 200,000, 200 cedis even in a day? The credit we buy, the TNT we take, this, but because people have not averted the mind, or perhaps because people are not enlightened in this area, they think it's expensive, but it's not. It's not.
I see.
It's not.
So then, if you're mentioning 200 cedis, 300 cedis on, then it means that a lot of people do not know.
Yes.
These things.
And that's how can we do this education for people. Yes. You can easily walk into any insurance company, speak to a sales agent, speak to a broker, speak to an agent. They will explain all these things to you. And like I'm even saying, we go to the market, we go to them, we explain to them, but people will still not do it. Maybe the time has come for people to have a change of mindset. Exactly. That insurance is a necessity. Insurance is very necessary for us all to purchase. Yeah.
All right. Okay, just hold on for me. Let me announce the lines in case anybody is listening to us and they want to join the conversation. Well, if you just tune in, 25 minutes after 9, this is the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Nitra Bihamon. This morning, we're talking about how you can flood-proof your business. Some practical strategies to be able to use. And my guest is Edward Kojo Usu. He is an insurance expert. And he tells us this morning that insurance is so expensive. There are so many options for you if you want to flood-proof your business. There's the fire and allied peril policy. There are some other ones that he's also mentioned. If you just tuned in, you are free to still join the conversation. If you have questions, send them to me. You can send them on our WhatsApp 0544 32 1019 0544 32 1019, and I'm happy to read your messages for you this morning. You can also call us on that same number on that same number 0544 32 1019, or you can also call us on 03039 56641 03039 56641. I'm happy to read your messages for you as well. You can also drop a comment under our live stream. We're on Facebook at ZFMGH, and on YouTube, we're at Z Multimedia. Feel free to drop a comment there, and I'm happy to read the messages for you. Your comments for you as well. All right. So, that's it. Let's continue the conversation, Edward. So, what are some of the mistakes that people make? Some basic mistakes that people make when they are going to purchase any insurance at all?
I think one of the mistakes is that people underinsure. So they come in.
What is that?
Yes, so they come in, your premium is based on your sum insured or how much you're insuring your property or your goods. So because they don't want to pay higher premium, they come and then they reduce the value of their stock. So maybe the person is operating a shop, he or she has a goods worth maybe 1 million, and maybe calculate 1 million, he's paying maybe 5,000, 6,000, and they think that is too much. So instead of insuring the 1 million to cover the goods in the shop, they can say I want to insure 200,000. So that's under insurance. So when you do that and there's flood and everything is damaged, insurance will not pay you beyond that. You understand? They'll just pay how much the risk you brought to them. So that's one mistake that people do.
Okay.
Because they want to pay lower premiums, they come and then they under insure. So I think the advice I always give my clients that let's insure the right amount.
Okay.
Even if you don't have the money to pay up, you can pay parts. I'll give you like a month to pay the difference, so you are covered fully.
All right.
But if you come and you under insure, then it will go against you at the point of claim.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses do not also keep proper records of their business. So they are operating a business casually, stock reduces, they restock, but they are not really keeping proper records. So once you're not keeping proper records, when a claim comes and the insurance company then decides to ask for documentations, it becomes a challenge for you.
What kinds of documentations do you ask for?
So for example, if you come and tell me I have goods worth 1 million in my shop, now everything is damaged. What's the documentation? What's the record to prove that?
What kind of record must a person have?
So receipts. When you order for the goods, it comes with way bills and receipts. You need to properly keep these records, maybe digitally or keep them in a safe place for some of these future claims. But most businesses do not keep them. You understand?
Yeah.
The other thing too is that some businesses come in. So, for example, at the time of doing the policy, they insure the goods for maybe 1 million. But within the year, the business might grow. So they add more. And they will not update their insurance policy. So they will not go back to them and say, okay, I started with 1 million. Now I have 5 million worth of goods. So let's update it to reflect the 5 million. They will not do that. They still keep the 1 million policy. And then when something comes, they expect the insurance company to pay for the amount of goods they had in there. But that's not what they covered. So we also advise that as and when your stock increases, you need to update your insurance company, your broker, your agent, your insurance rep, so that the policy is updated. You pay the additional premium, and then when something happens, you are covered.
But that is for businesses that have, stocks. I mean, I say they buy, for instance, maybe provisions and all of that that you sell. That is for them. What would a tailor do differently?
Okay, so a tailor, you also have materials in there. So if I'm a tailor, you should know how much your sewing machines or the things you use in your business, how much they cost.
Okay.
You should have that record. You should know the worth of materials, the sewing materials.
And you need to have receipts of those things.
Even if you don't have receipts, I mean, there should be evidence.
Okay.
So, for example, when you come, maybe you can do videos, record them, you can take pictures, record them, that these are the goods that I have in my shop. That's why it is important that we as insurance companies, we do pre-loss surveys. So before then we even go on cover, we come to your shop, check. Once that is done, then you are protected. But if that is not done by the insurance company, if they don't come there and maybe they just go on phone, you give me the value and then you have to also make sure that whatever it is that you're giving to the insurance company, they are accurate and they are actual. How that only becomes important when a claim happens. Most of the times, at the point of doing the policy, okay, you give me the value, I give you a quotation, we go on cover. If nothing happens, everybody goes to sleep. But if something happens, then they start asking questions, then it becomes a challenge. So I think it's on both sides. The insurance company or the person doing, that's what I talk about underwriting. We need to go and assess the risk. We need to ask the right kind of questions from these insureds.
But it doesn't mean that some insurance companies don't do it.
Well, some sales people don't do it because people are under target pressure. They want to meet their target. So, but I think it's something that is very important for all of us to do, so that when the claim comes, there'll be no issues. You understand? Yeah. And then even as a businessman too, no matter the business you are doing, proper keeping of records is very important. It even helps you to know, okay, this is a business I'm running. I have goods worth this. Now, the goods has reduced to this. Let me restock. Because if you don't have these records, how do you run your business? Yeah. So even if you are a tabletop seller and you are selling maybe these detergent and things, you should know how much goods you have. So proper record keeping. That one you don't even have to be educated. You understand?
For somebody like that on a tabletop, maybe they don't buy their goods from a particular business that gives receipts and all of that. Yeah. So they just go and buy 4 or 5, come and put there and all of that. How can the person also?
Yes, but the things you bought, you know how much. So if I'm even selling, when I come to the market and I buy, I know how much I bought. Yeah. I know the amount of money I brought.
But you are saying you should prove.
Yeah, so if we don't get receipts for those, like I say, it's true. Most of the things you will not get receipt for it, but at least there should be some kind of evidence. You can just take pictures of the things you are selling.
Okay.
And keep it on your phone. Exactly. Just in case anything happens, you can show that this is what I insure. These are the things I have. That's the evidence enough to aid in your claim. Yeah.
I see. All right. So apart from the under insurance, what other mistakes do people
make? Okay, so I've spoken about the under insurance, keeping of records. One other mistake too that people do is that, like I think I've spoken about it already. My business is too small for insurance.
Okay.
So they are looking at the size of their business and they don't want to insure.
Right.
So they think the business is too small, so they will not go and insure. But the flood comes or the risk comes, and then they know that they are affected and they should have actually insured.
How about understanding the terms
of the policy.
Yes.
Yeah, so you see, every insurance comes with a policy document that states the terms and conditions.
All right.
So once you purchase, people don't like reading. So most people take it, they don't read it. Yes. Most people take it, they don't read it. And then the loss happens and the insurance company will refer you to that this thing was stated in your policy. You understand? But there are other people too who are perhaps not well educated to read. So that's how if you take the policy and you don't understand, ask the person selling the policy to you. You understand that? What does this cover? What doesn't it cover? These are basic questions people can ask. Okay, this policy you are selling to me, what does it cover? Then the person will tell you, okay, it covers A, B, C, and D. It doesn't cover A, B, C, and D. So that you are all on the same page from the inception. What are the conditions? If a loss happens, what do I need to do? What evidence should I bring? Right. What documentations would you require of me? Once you ask all this, the person selling the insurance to you or the policy to you will explain to you. What I also say is that we as salespeople or as insurance people should also take the time to educate our people that, okay, the policy I'm selling to you, this is what it covers. Yeah. This is what it doesn't cover. So that if there are any endorsements or extensions to make, we can give you those options. You pay for it and we give you the right kind of cover, the full cover, so you are protected. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very important. So I think we've spoken about some of the challenges, some of the mistakes that people make. So they have to try and understand the policy and do what to also ensure everything. Take proper records.
Exactly.
Very important. Okay. Now, the issue about claims. Now, I think one of the biggest concerns people have is that insurance companies don't actually pay their claims. And so one of the questions on their minds is, would they pay? Would they actually pay when I need the money?
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
Claims is one of our biggest marketing tools that we use. Because what are we selling? It is the claims we're actually selling that can insure your property if the risk occurs, we pay you. You understand?
Yeah.
So people have that person, but I think people, I keep saying here that now insurance companies, they pay claims, because if you don't pay, you're out of business, because that's your marketing tool. And word of mouth spreads faster. Yeah. So if you don't pay, people go around and say, oh, this insurance company, they don't pay. But the mistake that we mostly do is that, like I spoke earlier, people get claims. Early notification is one of the conditions in a policy. Immediately the loss occurs, you need to notify your insurer, or you need to notify your broker, or whoever did the insurance for you. This helps because once the insurance company is notified, they're able to come in, provide certain kind of advice to even minimize the risk. You understand? But if you don't notify and you wait maybe 1 month, 2 months, then evidence is destroyed. They are not able to assess it, and it delays. Because assuming now the flood happened yesterday, you report today, they're able to come to the site, assess the things that are damaged, and know that, okay, these things are damaged. It even helps you, the insured, because then now you don't even need to prove anything because they've seen it. But if you wait for like a month, you've cleared the things, and they come, you are telling them this damage, then they will ask you, go and bring evidence. That's when the receipts comes in, bring it. But if immediately it happens, you call them, you send videos, it helps your case. You understand? So early notification is very important. And then presentation of documents. Sometimes they notify you, and then now getting the documents become an issue. They bring one today, they bring one tomorrow, and something that should have taken like a day or two, it takes about a month, and it delays. And people think that, oh, when you were taking the premium, you took it quickly. But they forget that they also not done their part. Because without documentation, you cannot process your claim.
Okay.
So once you notify, make sure you put together all the necessary documentation that you need, complete a claim form, add pictures, add invoices, estimate for repairs, estimate for replacement, and all that. And then your claim will be processed for you.
Other than that,
it will delay. And once it delays, you will think that the insurance people don't want to pay. Exactly. Exactly.
All right. So apart from notifying and all of that, are there other things that the people have to do, like to increase their chances of getting paid? Proper
documentation. Because insurance will only pay for genuine claims. How do you support that your claim is genuine? Proper documentation, evidence. If you say my car is flooded, so I have people who have reported their claims to me. After I'll show you, they've shown me videos that the car is under the water.
Okay.
What evidence do I need again? Once the person has brought it, but if the person doesn't show me this and maybe go and fix the car and come and tell me, how am I sure that it was the flood that caused it? But immediately it happened. Once it was raining, she woke up, realized that she sent me a video that my car is flooded. Then our advice on the next steps. Okay, I sent her a claim form. She completes it. Get these documentations for me. She gets them for me, and I process it for her immediately.
So in those moments, what happens? You fix the car, or you buy them a new car.
So depending on the sum insurance. So this particular one, I asked them to take the car to the mechanic for them to assess it.
Okay.
So the mechanic will assess the risk and see whether it can be repaired. Because if certain parts are not damaged, maybe the engine is still intact, then they can repair it. Then in that case, they bring the repair invoice, we pay, and they go and repair. But if it's beyond repairs, then it becomes a total loss. So insurance pays you your money and take over the salvage.
Does a person have a choice
to
choose whether to do the repair?
Oh yeah. So you have the choice. So even if it's a total loss and you want to buy it, but you can put in your application or your bid that okay, you've written it for, but I still want the salvage. I want to buy the car and fix it. Then the insurance company will sell it back to you at their salvage price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, the insurance company will take the car.
So if it's total loss, they will pay you, your
and
sum
they
insurance and
take
take. So now it becomes their property.
Oh,
Exactly. So if you want to buy it back, you can put in an application or a bid for it, and then once you win, you take it. Yeah.
I see. But you don't have option from the beginning to say that this one I don't want to repair. I want to buy. I want you to buy
total
the
loss.
new car. Yeah.
Okay. So it depends on the extent of damage.
Exactly. Who declares the total loss?
The insurance company. And it depends on the extent of damage. So for example, if your engine, like your car is flooded, the engine is intact, maybe just, and your sum insured is maybe 100,000, but it will take like 10,000 to repair, then obviously it cannot be a total loss.
Oh, okay.
Okay, unless the engine, water entered into the engine is beyond repairs. Or mostly the insurance company will look at if the repair cost, the estimate for repairs is beyond maybe 70 to 80% of the sum insured, then they will declare it as a total loss, pay you, and take over the salvage.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. How can insurers really, or how can businesses build a better relationship with insurers before disaster actually strikes?
Yes. So the moment you take the decision to go into business, insurance be one of the items on your bucket list. The moment you decide, no matter the kind of business, because there are different risks that your business is exposed to, not even just flood, fire, and other things. So the moment you decide to go into that, you are drawing your business plan. Insurance should be one. So once you start, you can walk into an insurance company. You can call any broker or any agent. Tell, okay, this is the business I want to go into. What are the risks that I'm exposed to? The person will advise you properly, give you all the policies that your business is exposed to. Then you have the conversation. You give the right kind of amounts. Then you are given a quotation. Then you can take it from there. So the moment you decide I want to go into business, then you need to find an insurer or an agent or a broker to speak to. Yes.
So sometimes, I mean, like you said earlier, the salespeople, and this back to the question, the salespeople just come and they get you to sign up. Sometimes you don't even work for the companies. Unfortunately, I mean, I may be wrong, but I know that sometimes there are just some people who are passing through maybe some 2 months, 3 months, 6 months contract, and then the people say they don't do it again. Then it appears that when you need the thing, now the person that actually sold the insurance to you no longer works there, and it becomes a problem. So my question really is, how do I build a relationship with the insurer?
Okay.
So that when issues come up, when disaster strikes, I know who to go to and all of that.
Very, very important question. So sales agents represent companies.
Yeah.
They don't represent themselves. So if an agent comes to you, because an agent is supposed to represent one company. So if an agent comes to you, he will tell you the company he or she is representing. So you come and say, I'm representing company A. You, the insured, can go the next step to verify.
Yeah.
Okay, which branch? Or you can even insist on going to the branch with the person to make sure that, okay, indeed, or you can even ask for an ID. Because most of these companies, they give the agents ID cards or call cards. The call card obviously will have the number of the insurance company that they are representing.
Yeah.
So if you want to be sure, you can call them and verify that, oh, this person came to me as an agent representing you. Can you verify his identity? The insurance company will confirm, okay, we know this person.
Okay.
That is one sure way of making sure that you are buying the right kind of cover. The other thing too is that even if an agent sells a policy to you and the loss happens is not there, is that the policy you bought was from the company and not from the agent. So you can always go back to the company with your documentation, the documents that they gave you. That's why it is important that you insist on getting your documents. So once you get a document, you can take it to the insurance company. Your policy number is there. They check when they check and everything is in there, then they'll process your claim for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They'll process your claim for you.
Okay. So exactly 17 minutes to the top of the hour. This is Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Nitra Bihamon. This morning we're talking about flat proofing your business, some practical strategies that you can use to protect yourself, especially now that we know that the floods can come at any time. And so that's why we're having this conversation. My guest is Edward Kojo. So he is an insurance expert, and he's in studio with me having this conversation. Feel free to send us your questions, your comments, and all of that. We're happy to read them for you. 0544-321019. 0544-321019. Send me a WhatsApp. I'll read them for you. Also, you can engage me on social media. We're on Facebook at ZFMGH, and on YouTube we're at Z Multimedia. Please drop a comment under the live stream, and I'll read that for you as well. All right, Edward, let's continue. And I want us to talk about the informal sector folks again.
Yeah.
And now, what are many of the SMEs in this country operating formally? How does that affect their access to insurance in any way?
No, not at all. So we have these micro insurance companies. So micro insurance is, so we have the mainstream insurance companies who deals with the big ticket policies, and then we have micro insurance to cater for these SMEs, these small businesses.
Okay.
And the idea of the micro insurance is to bring on board all these businesses that ordinarily will not be covered or will not be captured under the traditional insurance businesses. You understand? So even with the micro insurance, some of them have policies or they have strategies where you pay even your premium monthly.
Okay.
Or some of them you can even pay through Momo. There are policies that you pay through Momo. There are policies that you even pay when you buy your credit.
Yeah.
They take the policy out of it. So these are all to make sure that these people are not left out. These SMBs, these small businesses are not left out, and they are all brought under the insurance shed. You understand? So yeah, there are micro insurance companies out there who go to the markets, who go to these people and tell them about insurance. Yeah.
What steps can an informal business take to become, to be able to get insured?
Just walk into any of these companies. Walk into any of these, because the insurance companies, their doors are open. They have branches all over. Yeah. So like I said, once you decide to do business, then insurance should become part of your risks measure. So just if you go to a main company and tell them what you want to do, and they think they don't do that, then they will direct you to the right place to go to. Because I get people calling me that they want to insure their farms and other things. Then I'll tell, okay, when they come to this thing, there's this company that does it, and I'll refer you to it. So you as a business owner should be interested in your business, and the first step is walk into any insurance company or talk to a broker, talk to any agent, let them advise you properly, and then take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they can just walk up to anybody at all.
Exactly. Any insurance company. Exactly.
And get some of these things done. All right. Okay. So I want us to talk maybe a bit about the issue I raised earlier about making it compulsory for businesses, to get insured before they, as they register, once they register their business and all of that. Still on that one, do you think, are there some countries we can learn from who are actually doing that already?
If you go to Europe and other places, well, because maybe for them, they are enlightened and maybe they are more education. People freely buy insurance. Yes. So in our part of the world, the point is, people are thinking of their daily bread. You understand? The people are not liquid in terms of finances and money. So insurance becomes not a priority on their list. Yes.
Okay.
So I think it all comes back down to the education, and then letting people understand the importance of insurance and why they need it. And then, like also saying, businesses that mostly occasionally do renewals of their licenses, they can make it part of the renewal process, that before you even come for a renewal, you should have your insurance policy in place. Or you can have task forces like these people who go to the market to ensure that, okay, if you have a shop, and because the market can be exposed to fire, you should have a fire certificate from insurance.
Yeah.
This will encourage them to go, because they know that if they don't do, somebody will come and check, and then they'll be found, they'll be penalized, they'll pay a penalty. And if you are going to pay penalty every week, then it's better you go for the insurance. So we need to put in place some of these regulatory measures, even from the assembly side up to the top, so that insurance becomes part of us, becomes part of our daily businesses. And once we do that, government will be, there's resources that government, this 300 million government is now pumping it. If all businesses had insurance, and that money could have been channeled into building schools and doing other things. But now people are affected, they are calling on the government. The government will need to go into the coffers and then bring in this money. But if all these businesses had insurances, they had the right covers in place, they will follow their insurance companies to pay them.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think the government need to look at it from that angle.
This sounds like something that should have been thought about. Why do you think we haven't done that?
Well, that one, our policy makers will have to tell us. But I mean, I don't think it's too late. Yeah, I mean, it's better late than never. We've not done it in the past, but looking at what is happening, I mean, even we are in July, more rains are going to come, and every year it will come. So it's better late than never. Let's start now. Let's get our people educated. Let's sensitize the public and let people get insurance in place. And then you don't have to wait for the loss to happen.
True.
Cover yourself, protect yourself before it happens. And then once it happens, you are covered.
And you're sure that the insurance companies in this country will be able to embrace that? Looking at the numbers.
Oh yes, we have over 30, if I'm not mistaken, over 30 general insurance companies. They are life companies, they are micro insurance companies. So we should be able to do it. We should be able to do it. Because we are out there to insure. We are in business to insure. So that's an opportunity for us. And yes, insurance companies can underwrite them. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe some practical advice before we go. So if you had to advise any small business owner listening to us this morning, what are the first 3 things they should do, maybe this week to become
so today is bad day.
Yeah.
If you are listening to us and you're a business owner, whether small or big, and you don't have insurance, look for the nearest insurance company. Go in there, present your business to them, let them advise you on the policy that you need to take, and then take steps to get that policy in place immediately. You don't have to wait for the rains to come, because the rains, the more are going to come. Even when it was coming, it was cloudy. The rains, and you don't know when it will come.
True.
So don't wait. Take the step today, now. And if it must be done, it must be done now. Yeah, so I'll encourage everybody listening to us, business owners. Like I said, the moment you decide to do business, insurance should be part of you. Let's take that bold step from today, get our businesses, get our assets, get our people insured. And then once the risk comes or the loss comes, you know that we are covered, we are compensated, and we are back in business. Yeah.
All right. Okay, Edward, thank you very much for your time. I'm really grateful that you came this morning to talk to us. Maybe finally, looking ahead, what would you say? I mean, what will separate the resilient companies from those who sit down and watch in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you think will separate them?
Insurance.
Yes,
that's a simple answer. Insurance. Because if the people who have insurance, like I said, somebody have put in a claim, we process it within a week or 2, or maximum 1 month. You have your money paid to you. You are back in business. But if you don't have insurance, then you are now going to look for other sources of money.
Yeah.
You understand? And then, so for example, the teller example that I gave, all the people who have paid you that you couldn't deliver, you have to refund their money to them. You understand? What happens? People have gone for loans to purchase these items. You need to pay the loan.
Yeah.
The bank will not say because your things have been washed away, they will not take their money. The best they can do for you is to maybe extend the period of the payment, but you still pay.
Right.
But if you have insurance and the insurance had paid you, you are back in business, you're able to fulfill your loan obligations and all other things. So what will separate the boy from the man is the insurance. Get your business insured today. Thank you.
Business insured today. Thank you very much, Edward, for coming. Really grateful to you for making time to join us this morning. I think it's been a good conversation, and there's so much value in there. I hope that people who listen to us this morning have actually taking a decision, and they are going to actually walk the talk. But I'm really grateful that you came. All right. So Edward Kojo Usu is an insurance expert, and he joined me this morning. We spoke about flood-proofing your business, some practical strategies that you can actually use. And he says that there are so many insurance policies available for anybody at all that is in business. And so you can just walk to any insurance company, tell them what you want to do, and they can insure you so that you can protect yourself against all the issues with flooding and all of that. So you don't have to now be calling on government to come to your aid and all of that, because you invested all your money into the business and now the floods have actually affected them. And so yes, and in wrapping up, he said that the what will separate the resilient businesses from those ones that are not resilient is insurance. And so make sure that you get insured today. Special thanks to him once again, Edward Kojo-Usu. He's an insurance expert. Thanks to him, and also thanks to you for listening to us this morning. This has been the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Ni Trebi Hammond. We're back again tomorrow with some more interesting conversations. Until then, please take care of yourself, and when you think Ghana, think Z. I'll see you tomorrow. Up next is The Brighter Side with Jeremy Okorie Amwako. Please don't go anywhere.